In this video, I will be breaking down exactly the step-by-step system on how Renzo Gavara makes over $200,000 every single month with a paid info community. And the way he does it is extremely genius, right? Like, just take a look at the system real quick and stick around until the end so you can learn how he uses these 3 simple processes to make $200,000 every single month. And this will be super useful to you if you're thinking of creating a paid community or already have one, so you can implement these systems that I'll be walking you through. So to dive a little bit deeper, the 3 simple processes to Renzo's success is 1, getting traffic. So that's through YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and his Skool community, which I'll explain later. 2, generating interested leads, which is his free class and nurturing people through emails and Telegram and all of this stuff, which I will explain later as well. And 3, converting the interested leads, right? After they've been nurtured, after they know, like, and trust Renzo. And how he does this is at the end of the webinar, which I will explain all of the money math, all of the upsells, and all of the little strategies that he uses to maximize the revenue. And just to note as well, all of these 3 simple processes is within a system, because if all of these things weren't systemized and the operations were shit, Renzo wouldn't be making over $200,000 every single month. So you really need to have a dialed system just like Renzo has, and I will be explaining all of that. So moving on to the first simple process, which is getting traffic. And so the 4 traffic sources that Renzo uses is YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and his free Skool community. And so let's start with his YouTube. So on his YouTube, he has a link in bio. So that's to his free class and YouTube videos that are case studies to build social proof. So as you can see here, 6 months ago, he's pretty inactive on YouTube, but I think recently in an email, he said that he's going to start posting on YouTube, which if I was Renzo, I would be pushing out hard, just like kind of Eddie Cumberbatch does. And so if you haven't watched my video on Eddie, go watch it after this one. It's a very, very similar funnel. And so like I said, he has all of these testimonials just to build more social proof so that the audience can know him, like him, and trust him. And so like I mentioned here, an improvement he can make is to make more educational videos solving his target audience's problems. So SMMA owners is his target audience. He can make videos talking about how to book appointments, how to close deals, etc., etc. So he drives all of his YouTube traffic into his free class, which is a webinar. And so another traffic source Renzo has is TikTok. And so with Renzo's paid community, he has his kind of operator or partner, you would say, Ibrahim, who actually makes content as well, and they both drive traffic to the free class webinar landing page. And so both of these guys just repost Instagram videos onto TikTok to drive more traffic to their free class, which is the link in bio. So as you can see here, free class this Thursday, and then it's a link. And here as well, free class this Thursday, and it's a link in bio. And so TikTok is just another traffic source that they leverage. So moving on to Instagram, which is their main traffic source, this is probably like the second best traffic source after YouTube, because with YouTube, longer form content, you can nurture the audience a lot more than a 30-second reel, for example, right? If they're watching 20, 30 minutes of your content, that's equivalent to at least 100 reels, essentially. And so Renzo and his operator or business partner, Ibrahim, they both get traffic to the landing page by posting a bunch and also having call to actions at the end of the video to get access to a freebie, right? So for example, Renzo says, hey, DM me cash to receive my free SMMA course, for example. And Ibrahim, his call to action, comment founders to join the free Skool community. And so all of these people comment the keyword, and what happens is that they have a software called ManyChat, where it's a bot that just automates like DMs. So the ManyChat automations send out messages to the lead in order to collect their email, and also it makes a call to action to join the free class, right? And so what I mentioned up here before, where Renzo mentions that you get a free course and where Ibrahim mentions that you get to join the free Skool community, how they position it is that they will get it once they sign up for the free class, which is very, very smart because it incentivizes the lead to join the free class, which is what Renzo and Ibrahim want to sell the lead at the end. And so once they land on the free class landing page, then they can sign up. But before we get into that, one more additional thing once you give away relay your email to Ibrahim or Renzo. They will collect it, put it in their CRM, and you will automatically get an email invitation to join their free Skool community, right? So this is the exact email that I got. And so the reason why they do this is to continue nurturing you, even if you haven't attended the free class. So within the free Skool community, they have a course section where it's just a mini 4-day course, just showing you the foundations, mindset, overall just giving away free value, right? And at the end of the mini course, they make a call to action to join the free class. And so within the free Skool community as well, Ibrahim also makes posts reminding people about the free class so that they can go sign up. And so after providing a bunch of value, people are more inclined to join the free class, which is where Renzo and Ibrahim begin to nurture the lead. And so now you understand how Renzo and Ibrahim gets traffic. It's through YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and the free Skool community. They use all of these traffic sources to funnel them into one place to generate interested leads, which is his free class and a webinar. And so when you land on this page, you'll be prompted to register. And on the landing page, they have information on what you will learn from attending this free class, who the host is, so who is Renzo and why is he qualified to teach you, and a bunch of student results just building up the trust. And so the leader would register and sign up for the free class, and what would happen is it would collect their name, email, and number. After they register, they get sent to a thank you page, right? And so the thank you page is just telling them to join the Telegram for updates, plus the free Skool for the mini course. He also frames the free class by telling his story and transformation in this video. And he also talks about his student results and what he teaches and what they have to do before the class. And so this video right here is just a quick 5 to 10 minute video explaining all of this, right? At the bottom of the page, he also has an option for experienced SMMA earners to apply for his high ticket item, which is a one-on-one back-end offer, and it's 6K, right? And I'll explain that in a second. And so after they join the Telegram and the free Skool community, again, they get nurtured by the course content if they haven't watched it already. And they will also get daily emails and a bunch of reminders before the free class. So this is the Telegram group. He has over 13,000 subscribers in the Telegram, which means he can tap into 13,000 people whenever he wants, right? So he reminds people an hour and 10 minutes before the free class, just making sure that everyone who signed up actually attends. And so this is just an email reminder before the free class. So I'm about to go live on a brand new free class to show you the 3-step system. And then he makes a call to action to hop in the free class now. And so like I mentioned before, he sends daily emails before the class. So just an example here, this is day 1, this is day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right here, right? And then this is a 2-hour class reminder. And then this is like a 5-minute class reminder. And so this happens every single week. Daily emails, they're always different. And so he probably has a list of maybe even like a month's worth of emails just ready to send out once someone registers. And so now that he's built up the trust and now you know him and you like him, you go ahead and attend the free class, right? And so within the free class, he provides a ton of value, right? And he pretty much sells his journey. So kind of like his transformation, where he began and where he is now running a 6 to 7 figure social media marketing agency. And he also explains and gives away actionable steps on how to run the business model. And so this free class is 2 hours of straight value and is also pre-selling the lead. And so now we'll talk about how Renzo converts at the end of the free class. And so at the end of the free 2-hour class, after providing a ton of value, after nurturing the lead, after pre-selling the lead, he presents his paid community as the shortcut to success with this business model and opens up 20 spots. And so the reason why he gives out 20 spots is to build scarcity so people buy now on the spot. And so another thing that I forgot to mention here is that he also includes like a 10 or 20 minute timer, just creating some extra urgency and scarcity. And so as this timer gets closer to 0, each of the spots get closer to 0 as well. And so as time goes on, it starts at 20, and then halfway through it might be at 10, and then halfway through that it might be at 5, and then at the end it will be at close to 0. And so this creates urgency and scarcity, so people buy now. Now let's move on to my favorite part, the money math. And so he sells his paid community at $6.97 for lifetime access. And let's say he sells 20 spots like he's saying. That's almost $14,000 for every single class or webinar that he does. And how do I know he charges this much? I actually got a tip from Perla, who actually bought into Renzo's course, and she told me it was $6.97 herself. And so he makes close to $14,000 every single class or webinar. And so if we times this by 4, so that's 4 times a month, which is 1 class every single week. $14,000 times 4 is pretty much close to $56,000 every single month, right? And so that is insane how Renzo is able to spend 2 hours of his time every single week to make close to $14,000. And this system is entirely automated, but he might not be telling you the truth on the 20 spots. And I'll explain now. And so although they say they give out 20 spots, the member count can increase by 40. And so the more accurate money math is typically 40 people joining every single webinar. So 40 times 697 is close to $30,000 every single Webby. And so times that by 4, that's $111,000 per month. Crazy numbers, guys. This is someone's yearly salary for 8 hours of their time, right? 2 hours times 4. And so you might be wondering, where does the other money come from to where he makes over $200,000 every single month? Simon, you just told me he makes over $200,000 every single month. And here you're telling me he makes, $111,000 per month. Well, the rest of his money, where he's able to make $200,000 every single month, comes from his high ticket backend offer for $6,000 to get more one-on-one support from him and his team. And so how do I know it's $6,000? It's because he openly reveals it in his Instagram content. And so this is what the application page looks like. Just a VSL and then an application button to apply now. And so the estimated back-end sales for his high ticket offer is roughly 5 to 20 per month, I reckon. And so 5 to 20 times $6,000 is $30,000 to $100,000 per month, right? In extra back-end revenue. That's like 30 to 50% of the revenue that he makes. And so let's say, for example, you didn't buy at the end of his free class or webinar. Well, just be ready for a wave of daily emails with call to actions to his next free class / Webby. And so this is just another email that I've gotten from him, basically stating how his business model of running an SMMA is better than anything else, and then makes a call to action to register for the free class. And so this seems like a pretty simple $200,000 every single month funnel, right? Well, technically it is, right? I mean, I just shown it to you guys. Everything's pretty much automated. But the crazy news is that he actually doesn't build or manage the funnels. He has Ibrahim, his growth operator or partner, who builds and manages the back end of the business, while Renzo can focus on creating content, right? And so this is Ibrahim right here. He also generates traffic for the paid community as well. And so Ibrahim is responsible for generating some of the traffic, probably is in on the content strategy as well, managing the entire school and the emails getting sent out, helping with the copywriting of generating additional traffic to the free class landing page. And Ibrahim probably helps making the landing page and also the email campaigns and the email marketing. And he might even help in the free class as well, where he wrote the presentations, right? Ibrahim pretty much manages every single thing that goes on in the back end of the business. And that is exactly why Renzo Gavara is able to make $200,000 every single month with a paid community. And so as of right now, this is what every full-time content creator is doing. They take a scalable product of their own and make sure it's what their audience wants, and they promote it with their social media platforms. They also have a full team in place, as it's impossible to be a full-time content creator while operating an entire business by themselves. And so if you're a coach, consultant, or an influencer, and you want help with implementation for a paid community offer, or a paid course offer, or whatever digital product that you need, I have my Instagram in the link of the description, so that you can ask me any questions. It's at Simon Nyagan. Or alternatively, if you want to get straight to the point and speak directly to me on a call, then book a time and date below and we can have a quick chat.